Sup dudes, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing another walkabout video where we walk around a truck and tell you about all the parts on it. Today we're going to be doing my buddy Mason's truck. You've seen his truck in a few videos out in the desert, but today we're going to be talking about all the parts on it. So here's my buddy Mason right here. Sup dude?
Sup dudes? My name is Mason. This is my 2007 GMC Sierra.
And how long have you owned this truck?
Since day one, brand new.
You bought it up straight off the lot?
Yep, 128 miles right off the lot.
128?
Yep.
Oh my, and you had some big old rims on this thing before, didn't you?
Yeah, it was, for the majority of its life was on 22s with leveling shackles in the rear, just hauling dirt bikes to the track and back.
Just road cruiser.
Yep.
Oh my, so I guess we'll start at the front like we do in all the other videos. Everybody's gonna want to know the suspension first, so you want to just start there?
Yep, so running a Gen 2 Missoula off-road race kit with a 2.5 coilover, 3.0 bypass race shock, and a 2.5 bump stop.
Okay, and how much travel are you getting out of the front of the truck?
These kits cycle 18 inches.
Okay, so tried and true 18?
Yep.
Oh my. Just get a little shot up in here. And for the actual engine cage and the bump mount, who is that done by?
So the bumps and the engine cage were added on by SMP Fab. Steven and Izzy killed it over there. They did a great job adding the bump and bracing up the whole front of the truck.
Hey, Mason's got a good theory. Shrink wrap or heat shrink on the actual hose clamps. That's
yeah, it's got to be clean, man.
You can't see that hose clamp on there. And then rims and tires. What do we running here?
All right, so we have the Method race wheels, double standards in the machine finished with blue beadlock ring.
And that's just a powder coat.
Yeah, the ring's just powder coated blue. The good old Baja TAs and some Missoula race hubs up front.
And they're 37s, right?
37s, yep.
Oh man. And then move forward to the truck a little bit more. What glass is on this truck?
So it's all Fiberworks front to back, valence, fenders, bedsides.
Okay. And do you know the bulge on it?
They're 4-inch over on,
okay.
On each side, yeah, standard.
You can see running that Baja Designs Onyx bar up front.
Yeah, 30-inch arc bar in the front with some Squadron Pros. Plenty of light.
Yeah, no, this thing puts out a lot of light out on the night runs in the summer. But bumper was built by who?
This is Richer Racing, done by Andrew Cho. All
okay.
radius.
Super
all the paneling
clean.
done by them too.
And he's just got some hooks right here for anything. This
yeah,
thing's not gonna need a tow, but
tie downs.
Yeah, all paneled in, super clean. Just got the secondary black panels that you don't really notice, but it just cleans up the look of the truck a lot. You want to move on to just drivetrain inside the truck?
Yeah, so
pop the hood.
Show you where the Eagles live.
Got that special hood prop right here, boys.
Yeah, brother.
High-tech hood props. All right, so in here is a Maruzi built 6-liter. It's a 370 cubic inch. It's his standard Maruzi special. Started out as your regular 6.0 with his cam and head package on it. It's about 525 at the flywheel. Have a 4L85 GM Performance transmission behind it with a billet converter.
And then you said 525 at the crank. You took this thing dynoed.
We dynoed 325 at the wheels. Robert rates these motors at 525 at the crank. I mean, it could be anywhere between 510 and 530.
And on that 325 dyno pole, that was when you actually broke the drive shaft, right?
Yeah, we broke a drive line on the dyno, so we weren't able to get a full pull in. It did make 325 at that point, but we did some tuning after that, so I really don't have like a final number, but
so just assume a little bit more than 325.
Yeah, maybe 335.
Oh my. And at the tire for through 37, that's really good. That's pretty good power in the dirt.
Yeah, 486 gear.
And then
Intake's a UMP filter from Tyler over at CarTech. Just a custom setup that I made using a UMP filter.
What is that? Just the overflow right there? What is
this? Is a PSC power steering components, just a reservoir kit and a high flow, high pressure pump. I burned the stock pump up in this thing. Still running a factory rack.
Pretty much stock steering. Have you ever broken a rack on one of these trucks?
No, it's held together just fine. Thing's got 95,000 miles on it.
All right, you want to move to the inside of the truck?
Sure. So inside we're running some PRP Podium Elite seats. Got the car seat in the back for Ava. She's my #1 co-pilot back here.
Got the Eagles view from the back.
Running the Sidewinder shifter, gated shifter, standard Kenwood radio, MPI wheel. This seat mount was actually built by Grant at Firehouse Fabrication. It was actually in the white truck, Cameron's PD truck, for a couple years, and then we moved it back here and added some tubes to get that third seat mounted in, and it comes out of the truck real easy.
For when you get the cage.
Future plans.
Yeah. On my back here, just a little sub box behind the rear seat.
210s in the back. Toolbox goes here. Ice chest on the other side.
Yeah, 3 seats gives you a lot more room to put stuff in the actual truck itself. You know,
Yeah, we set this seat up actually with you in the back, and you're what, 6'2"?
Yeah, no,
So
fine.
an adult has plenty of space in the back.
And then just a normal Kenwood radio up here.
Kenwood radio, yeah, modified to get all the race channels.
Few switches for the bars
Yeah,
and
a
the
couple
coolers.
switches.
Or your cooler switch is somewhere
Couple
else, isn't
switches for the bitches.
it? Is the trans cooler switch right there too?
Transcooler switch is mounted up on the side over there.
Oh, I see it. On the left side of the dash right there.
Yeah, running the CBR dual transcooler on this 4L85, and the thing stays ice cold.
Ice cold. We burned up the 40, was it a 60?
We burned
or
up the
65?
4L60 in Glamis. Yeah, we cooked her like 350 degrees coming back from Gunner's Diner on
Yeah,
Sand Highway.
Goner.
Literally
She was a
us
goner.
three. Literally us
So
three.
we melted her down. Yeah, just too many bald eagles.
Yeah, that was right when this motor got put in the truck, so just burned that trans. So now everything's set up.
Yeah, so swap to the 4L85, running the CBR cooler. Kevin over at Quixotic Motorsports built this removable mount for it.
And then who's the bed cage built by?
So the rear setup on the truck is a CWF bed cage.
So it's like a kit?
It was like their kind of prefabbed bed cage. At the time, I wasn't running a big transcooler in the back. We were hauling dirt bikes in this thing still. It was a daily driver, so the cage was set up to still put 2 bikes in the back of the truck, so we can get to Pala.
Can you still put the bike in the back with the cooler?
Yeah,
in
it'll still take 1 bike, probably 2, but for sure 1.
Okay. And then just normal jack
Standard
mount.
junkyard Harbor Freight jack, 3-ton. Never had to use it. This thing doesn't get stuck or break, so luckily, knock on glass.
And then just a power tank up there.
Power tank, yeah, these things are awesome. 10-pounder, it'll run air tools. I use it to fill tires up if I need to.
And then just full size spare back here.
Full size spare, brand new 37 on matching wheels. 2.5 3.2 bypass in the rear.
And we also got right down here little access holes to the bump stop.
Yeah,
as
just so
well.
I can keep the bumps charged.
Yeah, a lot of functionality back here. Linex by Dallas down at Linex San Diego.
Yeah, Dallas did a lot of Linex on this truck. Over the rail on the beds, basically full rotisserie spray on the bed. All the glass on the inside is sprayed. Color match spray on this Missoula rear bumper.
Yeah,
And
super clean.
a few more things going.
So what do we got under the truck?
All right, so the rear setup is like basically the off-the-shelf Missoula kit. It's a Missoula shackle hanger. It's a spring-over U182 Deaver, and a 2.5 16-inch triple bypass shock. Cycle's about 17 inches of travel. We added a 2.0 by 2.0 bump in the rear just to help handle some of the harder hits. It's a Camberg 3-inch fabricated housing, full floater, 35 spline axles, Wilwood brakes. It's got a Curry 9+ third member in it with a 486 gear and a Detroit locker.
And then are you 2.5 or 2 1/4?
Running 2 1/4 hubs, front and rear.
Okay.
And then Oceanside Driveline did the 2-piece drive shaft on it.
And then just a little skid plate right here.
Yeah, I was tired of looking at the underside of the truck, like where the spare mounts and stuff, so I fabbed up this little panel that just
Cleans it
covers
up.
everything up, super clean, yeah.
Yeah, so it's spring over. So this truck sits a little bit tall. which it looks super good at the height it does. But compared to like Christian's truck, which is spring under, it just sits a little bit taller because of that. But it's nice.
I like.
So now we're moving on to exhaust. You want to just start with the headers?
Yeah, it's just a bootleg header setup, header and Y pipe, all catless, wrapped in that high temp heat wrap. I believe they're inch and a half or inch and 5/8 primaries into a 3.5 inch collector, 3 inch all the way out the back. It's an off-road Y pipe. I built the exhaust from basically the Y pipe back, all 3 inch, running a MagnaFlow 6-inch race muffler. It's a little on the loud side, but she barks.
Yeah, we got the nice little side exit coming up.
Yeah, I always wanted a nice clean side exit, so made up a little side exit deal here, all V-band clamps with this aluminum bezel cut through the glass.
And then you made the bezel itself, right?
I made the bezel and the tip, and yeah, the whole exhaust from the Y pipe back.
Yeah, it looks super clean coming out of the bedside of this truck.
All right, so future plans, short term, is get this thing caged. It's kind of holding me back a little bit as far as what the truck can do. It's a lot more capable than what I put it through. So we need to get a cage in this thing. Long term is to do conventional 4-link in the rear, big shocks, let her bark.
This thing already rips as it is, so once we get a cage in here, or once you get a cage in here, everything's just gonna be a lot more rigid and we'll feel more comfortable driving it.
More secure.
Yeah, right now it's kind of at its limit to where the truck can take it, but it's not safe to go that fast without a cage.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed the walk around on this truck. This has always been one of my favorite trucks, so it's about time we did a walk around video on it. I know you guys have been asking for it, so there it was. If you guys liked this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. But now it's time to get in this thing and get on out of here.